me. Today on my mind, to take a step out. Let your head down. Am I recording? Interesting. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'm not really interested though, but anyway. Hi guys, it's your girl Queen Yaya and welcome back to my channel. It's been not really a while. I posted last weekend, but I'm trying to get back into being more consistent. And today I want to talk about, so I have a TikTok, right? As most people do. And you know, I made a video and I started doing TikTok like a year ago, like everybody else, when the pandemic really just, you know, hit the fan and everybody was locked down, losing jobs and everything. And I was posting my little videos and trying to basically blow up because my ideal job is to get paid to do little to nothing like all these other TikTok people do. But yeah, so I was not doing well at all. I'm still not doing well, but that's a story for another day. But I actually had one video that I posted just randomly, just out of the blue, and that video has over 1 million views now and like 155,000 likes and thousands of comments. So first, if you do not know my TikTok, that means you're not following me on TikTok. And so I'm going to need you to go ahead and follow me on TikTok. It's, you know, right here. The same like my YouTube, the same like my Instagram. Literally my whole life can be tracked down using this one username. Now that I think about it, that's not really a good thing. Anyway, that's a problem for another day. But yeah, I'm on my trusty laptop right now and I'm actually trying to get to the video so like we can watch it together. And let me see, you gotta scroll all the way down though, because this video is from months ago. Months ago. So if you're following me just now, you're gonna scroll for a minute. Let's see, go down. Oh wait, actually you don't have to go down that much because I have a more recent video where I duetted that video. I did a stitch, just like reacting, I guess, and addressing some of the comments that I got. And basically that's what this video is gonna be. We're gonna watch the video together. We're gonna read some of the comments and basically respond to them because it's, you know, Japan and it's many issues that people don't want to recognize as issues. Okay, here it is. I found it. Okay, just because this is still coming up months later, I got on the train. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna pause it. So yes, we are currently at, let me see, 151.6 thousand likes, 2,119 comments, and 492 shares. And I know you're wondering, like, what is this video? And why is it causing a frenzy when it's not really supposed to? But yeah, it's kind of a big deal, I guess, to people. Because, you know, Japan has been so glamorized by the rest of the world that when someone living in Japan, me, posts something that, you know, can be seen as an issue, oh, they went crazy. They went nuts. Okay, well, anyway, let's watch the video first. I'm going to be watching it here, but I'm going to put it, you know, somewhere on the screen for you guys to watch it. Okay, so let's analyze this video. First of all, what the heck is happening for those of you who are confused? I did write a little thing there, the little thing to like say something there, but you know, it still might be confusing to an outside person who's not in Japan, who's not familiar with the terms. I wrote there, gaijin seat, and my caption goes, "Welcome to Japan. It says I go let, but it was supposed to be I got gaijin seated yesterday. That's when people would rather stand and sit next to a foreigner." And then I tagged it, life in Japan, viral, and Tokyo. And yes, it did go viral. So basically what happened was I left work on this beautiful, when was this? Autumn day. This is in, what month is 9? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. This beautiful autumn day. I left work, got on the train, and let me just start out by saying, yes, I sat on the priority seat, and we're gonna get to priority seating later, but let me just explain to you what happened. So I got on the train, there were 3 people sitting. So priority seats is usually like 3 to 5 chairs depending on what line you're taking, but this specific line, there's 3 seats on the priority seat. So there's 3 seats here, 3 seats this way, and they kind of face each other. So like I entered from this way, walking this way, there were 3 people sitting there, 2 young men and another lady. That lady stood up, and that was her stop when I was getting in. So she stood up and she walked out, and there was an empty seat. So I walked over and I sat down, and as soon as I sat down, these 2 gentlemen sitting over here, they stood up, and I just stood up until the doors closed. This was during rush hour and everything. The doors closed, we went up to the next stop, and then the next stop, somebody got on the train and came and sat, 2 empty seats. They're gonna sit down, people are tired. So yeah, that's basically what happened. And then when they stood up, it's just, I had my phone on my hand, and I wasn't really quick to really get their reaction because I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like, I was like, oh, okay. So I got the reaction when they were already standing up. I got the video when they were already standing up. So I just took a video of myself and of the 2 empty seats next to me. And when I moved the camera around, you can kind of like see their shoes. And then I show, like, I tried not to put anybody's face in there, and then moved around, and then I was like, peace out, to show that, brown skin girl, and that's what I'm dealing with at that moment. And a lot of the comments were like, oh, why are you bothered? And, oh, it's Corona. I wish people wouldn't sit next to me. And the thing is, I'm not bothered. Like, I wasn't angry or distraught or sad that your boy doesn't sit next to me. It was nothing like that. It was just a random video. I didn't even take it on TikTok. I just took it on my normal camera, because what the heck? I'm 25. I go around documenting random things that happen to me. So I took that random video, and then while still on the train, I was like, you know what? This TikTok that is like, I don't know, like, people be posting stuff. Like, let me go ahead and post this. And I posted it, and I used the song, the background music Foreigner by, I don't know, is it Moneybagg Yo? I don't know who sings the song. And it was just so appropriate because I'm a foreigner, and that's exactly what happened. What was happening was because I was a foreigner. So anyway, yeah, that's basically what happened. That's, what happened in the video. Now let's go to the comment section. Stop. Foreigner. Okay. So, comments. One of the top comments that I replied to. So there were a couple of comments that I made videos answering or responding to. The top one, when you click on the comments here, is, you're sitting on the priority seat. What would you expect? Okay. So for those who do not know what a priority seat is basically, there's actually a sign that it's seating reserved for, I think, 5 classes of people. Pregnant women, the elderly, disabled people, people with some kind of medical condition. And is it 4 or 5? I think it's, if it's not those 4, maybe I'm forgetting one category. People with an injury. Yeah, did I mention that? Like, yeah, disabled. Yeah. So basically, that's what priority seating is. The thing about priority seating is, it's not that you should not sit on the priority seats. But if you are sitting on the priority seats and you see someone who falls into that category, you are supposed to stand up and offer them your seat. That's what basically it's all about. Let me Google this because, let me not be talking off. When can you sit on girl? Yes. Okay, it's right here. On Beyonce's internet, it says it's reserved for the elderly, disabled, pregnant, and injured. Have priority to those seats in most cases. There is no regulation, however, to restrict the use of priority seats, but people are expected to offer their seats to those in need. So there you have it. It's not like you cannot sit on priority seats. It's just, if you're sitting there and someone comes, which the categories state above, you should get up. And really, it's just, let me watch my words. Japanese people really have no sense of courtesy. The men, women alike, but mostly men, because women like, oh, we should sit down, but men really have no courtesy or no sense of a gentlemanliness or whatever else word you want to use it, because my vocabulary is not that big. But it's super common here. Anybody who lives in Japan is going to tell you that you walk into a train. I've been with my friend who, when she was pregnant, my best friend Mariah, you guys know her. I think you've seen my goddaughter before. She was pregnant. We would walk into the train and we would stand in front of a man with a big belly. I mean, I don't care. I can stand up. She's there with a big pregnant belly. And what they do is, there's two most common reactions. Either they focus on their phone super hard, so it's like, oh, I didn't see you. I can't stand up if I didn't see you were pregnant in front of me. Or they just close their eyes and they go to sleep. They pretend to go to sleep. So that's please, if you are living in Japan, just go ahead and comment and validate me, because you know this is what happens. Japanese men, that is what they do. Anyway, so yeah, that was the first comment, and I did respond to that. You were sitting on the priority seat, blah, 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 and I told her that my response wasn't even about this, because I don't know. I didn't think as far as to say, you know, priority seats are not restricted to those with needs. It's just if, like, when you see them, you get up. But yeah. So, I did respond to her. And the next, there's a couple of comments from me, because I'm like, for clarity, because I'm seeing a lot of the same comments. Young abled people were sitting there when I got in. As soon as I sat down, they stood up. So that's another thing. Yes, it's a priority seat, but these men were also sitting there. They are not priority. These men were in like their maybe 30s, 40s. The salary men with the suits and everything, they were sitting there. I don't know from what station they were sitting there. They were sitting there, and they were sitting with another person. That other person stood up, and then I sat down, and then they stood up. So yeah. And also in the video, like I said, I tried not to show anybody's face, but like as I went around the camera, you could see the other set of priority seats directly opposite me. They were full. There were 3 people there sitting there, and none of them had a wheelchair or crutches or was pregnant. Let's go down to the comments. Japan is one of the most advanced countries in the world and has a beautiful culture, but when it comes to social issues, it still has a lot of work to do. I agree on that. It says, you're shattering the anime stands perception of Japan. They mad. They were mad. They still are mad. Like, I will wake up, what is this? Almost 9 months later, and I will wake up and open my TikTok, and it's like, oh, 20 new comments. I'm like, oh, one of my videos is blowing up again. And nope. It's people in this video going back and forth arguing with each other. And I'm like, yo. Anyway, somebody came and said, so much racism. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Shit. Let me see what else. Most of them avoid black or colored foreigners. Many will sit next to white one. It's a race thing. I'm not so sure about that. I can't speak from that perspective because I only know my own perspective and I'm a black person. And then somebody said, that's why I don't want to visit. I want to learn and experience Japan and its culture, but I'm not a zoo animal. And I responded to her and I was like, you should definitely still visit. Every country has its flaws. This has happened to me about 5 times in my almost 4 years here, so not that much when you think about it, but you know, it's just I happen to record this one. And somebody said anti-blackness is global thanks to white supremacy. White people have a lot of work to do to make things equitable. Black people are never enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we're not really talking about white people. We're talking about Asians. And with everything going on now regarding the coronavirus and all the hate that Asians are getting, of course, no race should be, you know, singled out or discriminated for any reasons, because we're just people and we're just trying to do our best to live this life, this thing that we call life. But, you know, that was just my isolated event, my isolated thing, and I, you know, shared it to the world. Okay, genuine question. I'm half East Asian Korean, but I have darker brown skin. I'm really scared to go to East Korea because, okay, that's, let me see. It says, this is normal in Japan. No one wants to sit next to others on public transport, regardless of skin color. Actually, this is specific to my case because they were sitting next to another person, but they stood up when this black girl sat next to them. So yeah, this comment is really out of place. I want to know what's going on in their mind. Girl, me too. Me too. And then there's a bunch of comments in Japanese, which, shit. We're not even to get into that because you guys know my Japanese is non-existent. It says, I mean, are people supposed to just accept foreigners or something? I mean, what do you, yeah, they are. What do you mean? I mean, Japan is, I mean, you guys know Japan has one of the strongest passports in the world. They are literally allowed to go everywhere. How, so they, you know, should not accept foreigners. What about when they go to different countries? What about when they go to Hawaii, since that's like their second home? Being a decent person. Somebody said it. It's called being a decent person. Imagine if someone comes to America and people started being disrespectful towards them. It's the same thing. Anyway. I think this lady's in Japan. Said priority seat or not, it happens all the time. Experience it on vacay in Tokyo. Okay. She just visited. But yeah. I think, you know, all the comments are pretty much, you know, back and forth about racism, about xenophobia, about colorism, about, oh, it happens to white people too. Well, good for you. Make your own video, white man. But yeah. That's basically it. I thought this video was gonna be longer. Anyway, let me see. So I made the reaction video. And I'm gonna play that reaction video as well because like at the end of it, I was just like, I was honestly scared of the backlash. I was at the end of it, I was like, I love Japan. Do not get me wrong. I love living here. I've been here for almost 4 years. Every single day is a magical experience. You know, winter wonderland, fairy dust, and all of that shit. But let me see. Let me go back to the reaction video. And so you guys can hear that. Is this it? Is this it? Okay, yes. So let's watch this one. Okay, just because this is still coming up months later, I got on the train. These gentlemen were sitting in the priority seats and one other person was there. That person stood up and I sat down. And then they stood up and they stood up till the next stop. At the next stop, somebody did get in and sit next to me, but I really don't care. Some people are like, oh, that's more butt space for you. I know it's more butt space for me. Have you seen my booty? I got a big booty. So I just took that video as a coincidence. I did not expect it to do the numbers that it has done. And for those of you who say, oh, if you don't like Japan, go back to your country. You are literally, I hope you realize you're the problem with Japan if you can come and say something like that to me when I am sharing what, like, literally just a random experience that happened to me. Unlike what, I don't know, you think from that video, I love Japan. I love living here. It's almost 4 years now and I don't see myself, well, I'm gonna leave soon. But so far, I literally love every single part of the country. And for those of you apologizing, you don't need to. It wasn't you unless it was. So yeah, that was another video that I made about that because, you know, like I said, the video is still blowing up till today. Like I still wake up and I get random comments on it. And then a couple of months later, when was this? This was in December. So December again, I'm on the train again. And it happened again. So this one, it wasn't like the person got up when I sat down. This one was, you know, rush hour again. And I'm sitting down, not on the priority seats this time. Because since y'all wanted to take my head off the last time, it was not on the priority seat. This lady, you know, the doors open, people go out. And she sees an empty seat and she's like sprinting to get there. And when she gets there, she sees this black person and she just stands. So yeah, let's watch this one. So it happened again today. And before I get started to explain what happened, let me just say this right now. I do not mind if you don't want to sit with me. That's you're fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. As you can see, I'm wearing my mask. I get on the train. I sit down. The next stop, the person next to me gets up, and this young lady or a bunch of people enter the train. And the young lady you see standing in front of me, she's like rushing to the empty seat. As soon as she gets there, she sees me sitting there, and she just stands in front of the empty seat. And the train just keeps on going. You see I'm wearing my mask. It's not a priority seat. Since last time, 50% of y'all were like, oh, it's a priority seat. It's a priority seat. Well, I'm not on a priority seat. What do you have to say now? I love Japan, by the way. Okay, yeah, so... so yeah, even under this video, there's a bunch of stupid people here commenting. But, you know, that's how social media is. It's just... you can't win. You really can't win. But yeah. That's it. That's really all I have to say. And also I mentioned the whole like wearing a mask thing and stuff because on the first video people were like, well, maybe you weren't wearing a mask. Unlike y'all, I wear a mask everywhere. I actually love the mask, especially in winter. It saves me from that cold, freezing air from hitting my skin and drying out my skin. I love my mask. And people were like, maybe you had a strong perfume. Like, first of all, y'all stink. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Have you ever been crammed into the rush hour train in the morning? Somebody's breath is seeping out through their eyeballs. Like, bro, how is your breath coming out through your eyeballs? Through your ears. But yeah. That's it. But yeah, anyway, if you guys, you know, don't get the hint already, go follow me on TikTok. I'll be posting, you know, cute shit, and I'll be posting my makeup and other nice things about Japan. And yeah, those of you who have seen the video already who do live in Japan, you know, just go ahead and, you know, interact with me in the comments, because I know I'm not crazy. I'm speaking about my experience. Your experience might be different, and, you know, good for you or not good for you, depending on what your experience is. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this video, because I'm looking cute. I did my makeup. It's been raining since last night, but I have a date, so I'm gonna go do that. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys again in my next video.